First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone here. We have all but one of the HRA commissioners have joined us here this morning. I think that's right. I'm sure just a conflict. We have members of the Building Trades Organization. We have members of the Chamber of Commerce. We have a lot of developers that are about to invest a whole lot of resources into the city of St. Paul. You know, there's been a lot of talk about the 200,000 Minnesotans that are unemployed today and have been unemployed for a long period of time. I know that the media seems to be concerned only about one job, the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, but we've got that one apparently tackled, and now we're going to go on and get the other 199,999 jobs taken care of. We make a great start today in the city of St. Paul with the launching of many projects reaching into almost every corner of the city of St. Paul. We are using absolutely every tool that we have at our disposal. We are using new tools that have not existed previously. We have figured out different ways to use existing tools or older tools. We've tried to leverage as much as we could using public investment to leverage private dollars to really get some projects that have been on the drawing board, get them off the drawing board and actually get cranes up in the air, get shovels in the ground, get people back to work, and start doing some of the things that we've talked about for a long time. Despite a lot of thoughts that this is the new urban park behind us, the fact of the matter is that is a project that has had a couple of challenges over the years, stops and starts, but today we are going to recommit and get this project actually out of the ground, get it back started, and getting people living here. We have across the city, as I said, many projects. One of the things that we have talked about for years is the Penfield project. As we began to talk about the Penfield project, the economy started to go into its doldrums. We had some real challenges. Bob Lux, who should be standing behind me, not over there. Bob, get behind me. Has been very dedicated to this project, making sure it's happened. It's gone through many reiterations. It's gone through through a great variety of challenges, some difficult days. But today we are announcing that we are actually going to get that project out of the ground. We have the resources to do it. And what that has allowed us to do, we've talked a lot about the importance of the retail space in that development. We've talked a lot about the opportunity to have a first-class grocery store in downtown St. Paul. We knew that that project was critical. We had to get that project done in order to be able to get that grocery store. Today, I am pleased to announce that as of this morning, we have an official deal with Lunds to come in to downtown St. Paul as part of that project. We will see new developments on the west side that have been on the drawing board for a long time. We have the West Side Flats project will get going under this. We have 202-unit senior rental housing complex in Frogtown that will be going up. We have a healthcare clinic that will serve senior citizens. We have the Lafayette Bridge. The Lafayette Bridge is a state and federal partnership, but with some additional investment, we'll make that part of the Safe Streets program and really connect downtown St. Paul on the east side to West St. Paul, the west side, South St. Paul, and beyond. We have opportunities on the Cayuga Bridge, again, putting people to work, getting that project finally completed and really connecting the Phelan corridor, helping jumpstart even further the economic opportunity that is that corridor. We have, as of Monday, we will be submitting further applications for the HUD Community Challenge Grant and the Tiger 2 Grant. We saw in the initial Tiger grants the funding that has come into the Union Depot to revitalize and reshape that project that we think will be an critically important part of our transit network throughout this entire region. This would be another opportunity to maximize federal dollars, maximize opportunities, get people back to work, and rebuild St. Paul. That is, in fact, what we are doing with these projects. We are rebuilding our community. We are rebuilding our city, but we are doing it at a time where we desperately need to get people back to work. We're desperate to get people off the bench. We've had a long struggle. There are a lot of folks that have been struggling to feed their families, to find work, and this is our opportunity to leverage these dollars, to get private investment, and to ultimately get people back to work and get St. Paul rebuilt. We're very, very excited about these projects. We have so many partners behind us. Again, I want to thank all the members of the Housing and Redevelopment Authority that are here today. I want to thank our commitment, our builders. We have folks, I don't want to, if I started going around, we would have a group of folks, and I would forget people. I know that, where's Cosetta? Where did he go? Oh, this is the first time I've ever been within 100 yards of Dave Cosetta and not known it. We're very excited about that project. That's another example. With the expansion of the Cosetta's project, Dave's had a guy over in Italy learning how to bake Italian pastries. That would be a part of the new project. You know, it's just so exciting to think about what will happen there. We have opportunities at both the Schmidt Brewery and the Hams Brewery over on the east side. We can go into more detail later, but at this point, I would just like to stress, this is an amazing coming together of community partners, of new financing tools, of new determination to rebuild our city, rebuild our community, move St. Paul forward, get people off the bench, get them back to work, and reshape the future of our city. We couldn't do that without the partnership of all the members of the Housing and Redevelopment Authority, without our partner, the chair of that authority, Dave Thune, and I'd like to hear from Dave at this time. Dave?
Thank you, Mayor. This really is a great day. It seems like we've had this pent-up projects that have been just about there, you know, but that's stretched on for a number of years. Finally, under the leadership of Mayor Coleman and my colleagues on the HRA, our Council President, Kathy Lantry, Pat Harris, Melvin Carter, where's everybody else? Lee Helgen. And Dan Bostrom is not here, but he's got projects of his own he's been working on. There have been so much input, so much hard work put into these by the HRA commissioners, the mayor's administration, the developers, because there's one heck of a lot of private investment that's now about to be spent in this city. There's something in every part of the city. There's huge projects, you know, in my part of the neck of the woods here. But it hasn't been the city alone. This has really been a partnership between neighborhoods, developers, the building trades, and this administration. So I want to thank everybody that's been a part of it and everybody that's here. Thanks a lot.
An old-time partner, but led by a new partner, is the St. Paul Chamber of Commerce. At this time, I'd like to have Matt Kramer come up and talk a little bit about the opportunities before us.
Hi, I'm Matt Kramer with the St. Paul Area Chamber of Commerce. Tough economic times require innovators, and the Chamber today is very pleased to applaud Mayor Coleman for being a true innovator, taking care and using new tools from the state and federal government to build out, using Rebuild St. Paul, economic development solutions across the city. Our members benefit, whether they're in the construction industry, whether in business to business or business to consumer, when we see cranes in St. Paul, new construction, and new opportunities to add to the economic vitality of St. Paul. The Chamber really thanks Mayor Coleman and his team today for the work today. Thank you.
I got to keep on going back to my notes here. Obviously, the group of people that these projects will have a tremendous impact are our friends in the construction trades. In many of our trades, people, 40%, 50% of their memberships have been on the bench for way too long. They're running out of their benefits. It is absolutely critical that we get people back to work. Speaking on behalf of the men and women who will be actually constructing this project is our friend and partner, Tom McCarthy with St. Paul Building Trades.
Just on behalf of the St. Paul Building Trades, Harry Melander, the Executive Secretary, all the men and women that are members of the St. Paul Building Trades, these projects are they're a blessing to us. In an economy that's been deemed a recession by most, has been a depression in the construction industry. The men and women of the building trades are ready to put their boots back on, their hard hats back on, and get back to work. We'd like to thank Mayor Coleman, the staff, the city leadership for what they provided to us here. Thank you very much.
Again, I just want to, before we open it up for questions, just really thank all of our partners that are making this possible. This is a really exciting time. To be able to go forward with these level of projects that will have this kind of an impact across our city at a time where the economy is struggling is really a testament to the hard work of our planning and economic development staff, our city employees across the board in all departments, making sure that we're getting these projects done, whether it's the Payne, Maryland project over on the east side, or it's the expansion of some of our local businesses up in the North End neighborhoods across the city of St. Paul. People are going to go back to work. We are going to rebuild the city. We are going to rebuild the future of our community. So thank you very much for being here. And with that, we'd open it up for questions. We have a lot of the representatives from the various projects that are here as well. So if there's any questions, please let us know.
Federal stimulus dollars going into these programs, or is this all very?
It's a whole variety of forms. There's legislation that allowed us to pool TIF tax increment funds in a way that we haven't been able to do before. That allows us to, we still have the traditional funds that we'll use to do some of the betterments on the Central Corridor project that will allow us to really maximize the impact of that almost $1 billion project. But because we're able to pool some TIF resources, we're able to get some resources into other neighborhoods, get some of these other projects going. We also have Build America bonds, which have significantly reduced the cost of the borrowing for these projects. It's going to allow us to get this project going. It's going to allow us to do the Penfield project. It is the Tiger grants. It's all of the various funding sources, but it's really maximizing them, tying them in a way that really creates opportunities that we otherwise haven't had. So it's really all of our partners from the Obama administration on down.
Will we be able to implement some programs like Section 3 funding that would allow some of these jobs to go to our financially displaced cities?
Absolutely. That's going to be a critical component. We have Luz Maria Frias from our Human Rights and Equal Economic Opportunity Department. We are very, very determined to make sure that we're providing jobs for all of our citizens, those that need it in the construction trades, those at the low end of our income scale. We're going to make sure that we, first of all, there are federal rules and regulations. Obviously, they're going to be, but it's more than that. It's a spirit of making sure that everyone in our community participates in the economic well-being of our community, making sure that everyone has the opportunity to put food on the table, to buy a home, to put their kids through school. That's what our commitment is. Thank you very much.